Good afternoon, Flosstube. Today is Friday the 2nd of May 2025 and this is Flosstube number 39. I'm Lindsay, Cheshire Stitcher, both here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel. Mostly it's about cross stitch, but I will share other crafts from time to time. 9 times out of 10 that's going to be in my beading, and I have got some of that for you today. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. It's lovely to see you again, and a very warm welcome if you are a new viewer. If you are new here and you haven't done it already, I'd very much appreciate it if you could like this video and any others of mine that you may watch, and maybe even hit that subscribe button. I'm slowly creeping up, and I think when I get to 700 we're going to do a giveaway. So anyway, admin bit done. I do apologise for not coming back on the 25th of April, I think it was. I said I was going to be back. I'd forgotten it was Yorkshire Stitches Day, and I was up there doing that. So I thought, oh, I'll record on the Friday. That didn't happen. It turned out to be one of those days that if it could go wrong, it went wrong. And I just didn't manage it. And I've been busy all this week. Even today, I've been out to Abercan Fabrics at Moston and met up with Sally from Flossy Sews and Grows and Elaine Ellie Stitcher for lunch and chatting and shopping. We did a bit of shopping, not a huge amount, but a bit. So it's now 5:15 on a Friday evening, way later than I would normally record. But if I don't do it today, I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do it. My partner's brother will be here this evening and all this weekend. They don't go home till Monday with it being a bank holiday, so I'm not going to get any time over the weekend. So I thought I would get it in now because it's not going to be a very long one. I've not got very much to share with you at all. So on that subject, I have 2 finishes, I have 2 new starts, and I have 2 PhDs. That's it. I've also got my beading, as I said, and I've got a bit of haul as well. So only normal monthly club things. And I've just realised I haven't even opened one of them. But you know what that is anyway. You've seen it plenty of times on other floss tubes. While I'm thinking about it, next one hopefully should be the 18th of May, which is 2 weeks on Sunday. I did think about recording next week, but my partner's on his day off, so we're not even going to try. So we'll get going, shall we? First of all, my first finish is my monster truck. I got it finished, I got it washed, ironed and sent. I didn't send it until the day it was due to arrive, but at least I sent it. And it's now up on the website. I will of course put a link down below for that. And you can find, if you look at recently received squares, this will be in the list somewhere, and if you click on my name you can see all the other squares I've done for Love Quilts over the last few years. So there we go. And my other finish is the reason there's so little to show you. I have spent every spare minute getting this completed. So she hasn't yet had a bath, and that paper is covering up wording which is very special to him, so I am not going to share it with you. And in fact I won't even be uploading this video until I've sent him the picture of it. Bear in mind she is filthy. She hasn't had a bath yet, as you can see from the dirt. I started her 23rd of July, I think it was, 2023, and I finished her about 10:30 last night. So there we go. I know her face looks stripy, but that's down to it being in the Q-snap for so long. So there we go. At last. Yay. We're finished. So, 2 new starts. First one is my next Love Quilt Square. I started this at the Yorkshire Stitches. Yeah, the Yorkshire Stitches. Last Saturday, and that's as far as I got. I was too busy gabbing all day, as you do. Sometimes you don't, there's not a lot of chatting going on. Other times there's loads. So that's as far as I got. It's about gaming. So this is part of a joystick, and it says Game Zone underneath it, and then there's sort of stars and bits and pieces all around it. So that is my next one. So this is going to get a fair bit of attention in the next few weeks because it's due at the end of May. But now I don't have the commission. It's fine. And then a couple of weeks ago, it was Jeanette's birthday. And she had a new start for her birthday. And I decided that I was going to have a new start just to give me something other than the commission to work on. So I started this. French Country Snowman by JBW. I can't remember the last time I did a JBW, but this project has a couple of firsts for me. I started it because Jeanette's birthday was on a Friday, and so she had a new start for her birthday and quite rightly wanted to carry on with it for the weekends. And I'm like, that's okay. And I was working away and suddenly decided I was going to have a new start. So I did. And as I say, this project has a couple of firsts for me. That's as far as I got, not far at all. This is project number 9, I think, of my 25 in 25. But my first, well, I'm stitching it on 36 count prehistoric from Fox and Rabbit. I've never used a Fox and Rabbit fabric before, so that's one first. And my other first is my thread. I'm using a Sulky variegated. I've used Sulky loads of times, as you know, but I've never used one of the variegated. This is 4014. So I thought I'd give it a go. Even after 34 years, there's always some firsts that you can fit in somehow. And then PhDs, I've only done a couple, and one has been sorely neglected. I didn't pick the picture up, so I apologise, but you should know what it looks like by now. This is last time you saw it. It's the Union flag. The suggestion to use a sharp needle to pierce the Ada. Game changer. Still can't believe I'd never thought of doing that. But there we go. And here we are. So as you can see, I've done the G and the D completely of Kingdom. And I've done the stitching of the O, I just haven't outlined it yet. And then I've done about 1.5 rows of the red in the centre. Not huge amounts, but again, now that the commission is done, I can put more time into this to get this finished so that I can have the frame for Ada book. ABC to the little boy dress. Because it's perfect size. And my other project that I've been working on is the pink cube. This is my one purchase from the Nimble Thimble last year when I went down whilst I was on the Wrexham retreat. So I came home, put my hand over the sampler, said to my partner, pick one, and he picked the pink cube. So I made a start. I'm on the Wrexham retreat again this year, so I would like to get this finished before I go. And, oops, nearly slid off my lap. Last time you saw it, it looked like this. There we go. And now, it looks like this. I have finished that central motif. That took some stitching, I tell you. It really did take some stitching. There is a lot in there. An awful lot. So I've got a couple of bits to do on each of these two flowers. I think it's just the colour up the centre. There might be some leaves. I can't remember. It's been a while. And then I've got another star to do and the block that I will sign and date. So this will be done for the Wrexham retreat this year. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do next with it. For the box, I mean. But I would like to get, I could probably even get this FFO'd as well. Put my mind to. And that's it for PhDs. Told you there's not very much today. So let's do my beading. So I've been working on this, you may remember. Stacking Tree from Julia Prettle. I'm not doing it in these colours, I'm picking my own, whatever I fancy, that I've got enough of. Last time you saw it, it looked like that, and I just started on tier 3. Well, tier 3 is completed. So, there we go. I am not going to push this up as I have done with those until I've completed tier 4. Then I can show you why we need to push them up, because otherwise it just looks silly. So that's that so far, and this is my start for tier 4. I've literally just, like with the others, whatever colour I fancied, check to see if I've got enough for that particular section, and off I go. And that's as far as I've got. I haven't even been beading as much. I've been spending so much time trying to get the commission finished that I've not beaded as much either. So there we go. So now let's do my haul. It's all stitching related in some way or other. Although you're going to wonder why, 2 of them. I was, years and years and years ago, I was sent Monica Ferris book. And I've slowly been collecting them all. And I was browsing eBay and found 2 more. So there we go. I did with this one, ordered hanging by a thread, but it never arrived. I ordered the 2 together. So I've been in touch with the seller, told them I never got it. They've refunded me and I've reordered it from elsewhere for about 20p more. So I do love a good Monica, well, a good book, but these I've particularly enjoyed. So as far as I know now, once this last one arrives, that's the entire collection. Sally, Flossy Sews and Grows, mentioned that she'd been to her B&M and picked up some of these little boards. Well, they're just plain on the back. And I was in my local B&M and they were reduced to £1 each, so I thought I'm having some of them. So I've got 2 or 3 of each. They'll be ideal for some FFOing at some point. Not my strong point, as you know, but when they're reduced to £1, can't turn them down. So I've got those. And I've just realised I haven't actually opened one of my bits of haul, but it's the cotton and twine box for April, which you'll have all seen, I would imagine, on numerous ones. So a couple of days ago, my fabric of the month from Sparkly's arrived. I have an idea what I may well use that for. I've been trying and ordering, well, not loads of different fabrics, but I ordered a few different fabrics for a project that I'm starting a bit later in the year with a friend. I also ordered some, again, thinking I could try and see what they look like. From Peakside, I got some white clay, fat 8th, Fox and Rabbit white clay, 36 count. I do like that actually. Very, very lovely and neutral. I do like that colour very much. And the other piece that I ordered is also 36 count, Marshmallow Fluff from Needle Bling Designs. There we go. There's too many reflections at this time of day because the sun cut is at the front of the house. I usually record lunchtime, early afternoon, because the back of the house is south facing. This time of day, obviously, it's at the front of the house and it's just a bit bright. But, like I said, I didn't do it today. Goodness knows when I would have got this one. I've also had my Sunks for You for this month. So we have CM012 is the yellow, PR167 is the lovely multicolour. I love that one. And then we have PR051, which is the lovely blue. It's showing bluer than it really is, or brighter than it is. It's a little bit darker. And PR205. If I was a Halloween stitcher, I'd say that's ideal for Halloween. But I don't do Halloween, as you know. And then, last but not least, on the retreat in March for the Yorkshire Stitches, I ordered one of these. You may have seen them all over Instagram and YouTube. Well, one of the girls there makes them, and I ordered one. I bought the fabric, so I gave her the fabric to use, and she's put me a little string of lights on. I love that little string of lights. I have yet to decide what I'm going to put in it, and you get your little lift up. I've no idea what I'm going to put in it. I really should try and decide, because I'm going on a stitching day at the Nimble Thimble tomorrow, and I can take it with me if I can decide what I'm putting in it. And that's it. That's all I've got for you. We've just about made 20 minutes. Next time will be longer, because there will be more stuff. There will be more projects. Or PhDs. In case you don't know, PhD, potential happy dance. I don't refer to my projects as whips. They are potential happy dances, because we all do a happy dance when we finish something. So my plans going forward are I'm going to restart my Haid again for the 3rd time, and if anything goes wrong, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Sorry about that. Rosie jumped up and one of the boards slid off the sofa. What was I saying? I've no plans. I'm going to restart my Haid. But if anything goes wrong, I'm not starting it a 4th time. 3 times enough. So if it goes wrong again, then I won't be doing the Haid stitch along this year. So that's going to be my focus piece. I am going to get caught up on my whip goes because I've only done one of February's projects and I haven't done any of March's or April's. And in fact, I haven't even checked what's been called for May. So I'm kind of going to go and do one. I'll pick one and do that. And then I'll see how far into the week I am, and I might do another one. Or I'll see how I feel. But that is one intention, is to get caught up on my whip go projects. And I'm going to do Mania. I'm going to have a new start every Friday during May, because my birthday falls on a Friday this year. So I always have a birthday start. So there we go. So that it still works out. More than likely, they are all going to be 25 and 25 projects. Although next week I will be having another new start that, well, I'll say next week, next Saturday, week tomorrow, the 10th, at Cheshire Stitches. Sally, Elaine and I, and possibly Sue that couldn't attend today from illness, we're going to have a new start, but I'll tell you about that in the next one. We'll have hopefully started it by then. But other than that, that's it. We're done. So take care of yourselves. Happy stitching. Enjoy this lovely, beautiful spring weather that we're having. Yesterday was the hottest spring day. Was it yesterday? Well, one of them's broke a record. I think it was yesterday broke a record somewhere as being the hottest day for this time of year. So, yeah, so enjoy this weather, make the most of it, because if there's any previous years or anything to go by, this is summer. Hope not, but there you go, touch wood. And I will see you, hopefully, on the 18th of May. Until then, happy stitching and take care of yourselves. Bye.